Hi Cancer, welcome to Free Your Spirit Healing. This is going to be messages for you for your highest good for the month of February 2026. Ooh, the star. That's a nice start for February. Oh my goodness. Wish fulfillment followed by lovers. Ooh, followed by, oh my God. 4 major arcana in a row. What? Cancer. Let me know in the comments what's going on for you. That's like wish fulfilling, life altering, purpose driven healing around a decision that could be a soulmate or a twin flame or a lover, or it could be a decision to do with your relationship with yourself, how you give to yourself, I feel like it's some kind of epiphany, something that you're revisiting, something that's coming back around, something that's being judged on, something, the opportunity for healing around. Wow, there's a lot of duality in that. Decision time is coming, and I feel like it's coming as a force. I heard force to be reckoned with. It's like something shifts. It might be something in you that shifts, that causes this change, because it feels divinely orchestrated and very definitive, like it's something that you cannot avoid. It just happens. So something happens. It's like it may be an alignment, a planetary alignment, or something that affects you, and it affects you deeply. And whatever this call to action is, requires some healing work. So I feel like you've got to do some deep self-healing work, and it also requires you to move away from something that has not been serving you, something that is something that's been really turbulent. So either you're getting out of a relationship or a situationship or a relationship, and you're moving deeper into alignment with yourself, I feel like you're deepening your trust in yourself. So this is to do with trusting your intuition. This is to do with you going on a deep soul dive within yourself and trusting your own self and your intuition on what to do. And it's something that you're doing some hard work around. And you may be physically doing some kind of labor that's preparing in some way for a shift or a change. And this may be something that you've been like not facing directly, or not been able to face directly before. It may have been too much or overwhelming or too consuming, and something puts you at a point where you have to look at it. Oh, it's definitely to do with some kind of soulmate or lover, or a very, very significant relationship, soul-based soul tie or karmic tie, something where one or both of you have had to be vulnerable or make some huge decisions. It could also involve children. It could be like a family thing as well, or it could be someone in your family. And the vulnerable talks, or the talks that you have where something's exposed, causes you to have to move away from it. And there may also still be something that you're keeping quiet about to keep the peace, or in order to move away, you have to keep certain things to yourself in order to complete or in order to continue working in the fashion that you have, to not compromise your job or your work. That might be part of it. And that in turn is calling for some kind of strategy around how you handle a home life or an event or some kind of structural building that you're involved in. Or it could be something to do with a marriage, or another couple, or maybe it's you and someone else. Something going on there. Someone's like, I feel like someone's sneaking away or disappearing or strategizing away from something to do with home or home life. Someone wants to run away and also defend their position and their choices, and they may have a lot of things to contend with, or a lot of people making demands on them in terms of what they need to physically do, and that may be to do with their job, or that could be, if that's you, apply it as it resonates. Defending the right to be happy. So, Cancer, I feel like you're having to defend yourself and put yourself at the forefront and recognize what will make you happy. And if it's moving on or moving away from a karmic soul tie type relationship, if you feel like you've learned a lesson from that and it's time to move on, then that's what you got to do, even if it's hard and causes upset and changes the dynamic of your life. So be it. If you've been trapping yourself in a situation where you're unhappy, so very important for you to honor yourself and find ways to create happy for you and to heal whatever's been troubling you. Move away from something else. It feels like there's something that's been going on in your life that's not been working for you, or that you need to heal from or move away from. And in order to do so, you have to I heard move quietly. So you may be keeping things to yourself in some way and observing others' behavior and just kind of holding things together in one way or another. And defending your inner child in some way, or connecting to your inner child, defending your right to be happy and to have a playful, jovial attitude. there is something in the moving away from whatever it is, from the relationship or the person, that even though you've made that decision to move away from them or the situation that's emotionally unfulfilling, the situation or the person is still present and still offering, or still there, still in your life, even if you've made the decision mentally that you're not going to entertain it any longer. There is something that ties you to that, and they may be childish, that could be part of it, or there may be children involved if you've had children with this person, or you share family or someone like that in common. And you may also receive some insight over what action to take, or you may have someone else wanting you to take action or telling you to do something in particular. Or the person that's the other person that's in the picture, possibly a masculine, possibly a fire sign, feel like they are pointing out that some work dynamic needs to end, or it has to be finished and done in order for you to move through this and move on. It's almost like you can't continue to work at what you're doing or the way you're doing it under the circumstances. It's almost like you can't be under the radar because you need to maybe leave it completely, like completely have a clean break in order to keep your sanity, or in order to function properly. So you might be looking at a major move, a major travel move, I heard, and it might be a major shift for you in terms of work or a new job, because I keep looking at that Seven of Pentacles. If it's not around a new job, it's just a major move to or maybe you're moving house, or to a new home, or to a new situation, to a new place. You may be maybe buying a camper van, or planning travel, or traveling with someone or to someone who is a soulmate. So there's so many different versions I can see in this read for Cancer. But I feel like the most important thing about the month of February is that you're being real with yourself about your own feelings, and you're being centered in your own heart. You're being you. And there may be someone offering you, there may be a fire sign offering you something. Or you may be making an offer, a romantic offer. And someone's speaking up and bringing some clarity to a situation, bringing information, revealing stuff. Ooh, so whatever it is that's been holding you back, or you've been keeping quiet about in order to keep the peace at work, I feel like you are choosing to take action, and possibly be verbal or make a change in your behavior, in your actions, to finish something directly. So it might take a while to figure out what your dynamics are, and someone, or maybe more than one person, is going to feel let down or affected by the decision you make. But ultimately, you have to make the decision for your own heart, for your own sanity, for your purpose, for your life. You've got to put yourself first. I think I might call this video that, because it does feel like that. You're waking up to something, how you've been in service, and you've been in service for a long time, and I feel like whatever's happened has affected your heart, or it's affected your health. You've got some kind of health thing that you have to acknowledge. So you've got to move away from or get rid of the stress that's caused that. And in order to do that, you've got insight as to what you need to work on in order to change the dynamic. And that might mean moving away from something, or shifting where you're living, or shifting home habits, or shifting, it could be to do with travel, or traveling to work, or where you want to work. It could be traveling a long distance or even a short distance, but travel anyway is part of that dynamic. There might be a fire sign involved, like an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a Gemini, or an Aquarius, or a Libra, or another Cancer. But it doesn't have to be. That's some news coming in, some truth, some clarity. You're going to get clarity over your direction, Cancer. So it might be a real, like, life-changing month in terms of your decisions over your own life trajectory, around your purpose, around your wish fulfillment, around how you want to live your life, what's important to you around relationships, and what can you do to strengthen your relationship with yourself. And if that involves walking away from someone who's stressing you out, then you're doing the right thing, because it's not your job to de-stress anyone else. It's your job to manage and control your energy and your reaction and your output. So self-care, self-care, self-care. Oh, Gemini just had this Temple of Dreams. Wow, so it's going to be a dreamy month of February. 36, 3 and 6 is 9. So yeah, something is closing out, and with that Ten of Swords, something that's been accumulative around a situation to do with a romantic offer, or to do with where your heart has been and how it's been led. Something is changing there, and you are putting yourself first. And so you may be resting more, and you may start having really interesting dreams. You may have water in your dreams, and the water might be significant, as in, like, whether it's a river or a lake or a sea, or however that looks, or ocean, or the type of water, or if it's a body of water, will relate to what's going on with your emotions, or whether you're in it, or whether you're observing it, or that kind of thing. You may be planning some kind of retreat. Maybe you're traveling to a retreat or holiday, or just a weekend away, or camping, or something where you're going somewhere that resets your nervous system, is what I heard. So what does it say? It says sacred dreams, prophecies, dream journeys. So writing your dreams down, focusing on your physical body being the temple. So maybe taking long hot Epsom salt baths, or going to hot springs, or going to some kind of bathing reflecting, or swimming. Swimming's really good for Cancerians as well. Or skinny dipping, but it might be a bit cold this time of year. But yeah, creating your own sanctuary. So sanctuary in your head through meditation, or sanctuary as in arranging some kind of little mini break or trip where you can recharge yourself. Maybe getting some downloads, make it feel visionary. There's something going on in your dream world that is going to assist you with messages. So if you write a dream journal, you can reflect on the stories of your dreams, and that will help anchor some of the possibilities that are coming in for you moving forwards. Dance, spontaneity, movement, freedom. So yeah, I feel like you are generally freeing yourself from something with the Ten of Swords there. Something's closing out. You're finishing something, clearing, cutting off something that has not been working, that's been detrimental. I heard detrimental to your health. So now is time to rebuild in February, and dance and clear and just move your body. So when you do physical exercise and you move through things, it helps your cells to release the trauma of what's caused the buildup of stress. So spontaneously move your body, Cancer, and enjoy your freedom. Feel free. Tune in with your freedom. You may be using music to help you free yourself physically and to heal yourself physically. You may be painting. Some of you painting. Some of you are very, very creative. Cancer, you're very creative. So be creative. Enjoy your creative force. Put some colour on canvas or colour on paper, or express yourself. Some of you are dancers, actually, so tell me what you're getting up to. I'd love to hear. Ooh, shark. Wow. So I feel like this is the point that you've got to where you're literally cutting something off or out. Something's pushed you too far, and you've snapped it out of your life. But also, sharks are really at home in water, in deep waters. So I feel like you've maybe got into deep waters with something that's become quite heavy for you, and you've learned to navigate through it, and you're learning to be okay in deep waters, and now you know how to navigate deep waters. So that could be some kind of heavy situation that you're in, but it's no longer affecting you the way it did. You've learned to kind of go with the flow, and maybe you've learned to delegate or cut parts off that are like not your responsibility as well. So you've learned that. Maybe you're also learning how to be a bit more cutthroat, because you've seen the consequences of being too allowing of others to take advantage of you or use your time or your energy for things that weren't your responsibility, or that kind of situation. So I feel like you're becoming more aware of that, and more self-oriented or self-protective. You're still your social, loving, gorgeous self, but you're more self-protective. So please like the video and share it with other Cancerians if you know any other good friends. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next month.